Hey there everyone, it's GG Sober Sun, April 14th, 24-hour day book reading. A police captain once told about certain cases he had come across in his police work. The cause of the tragedy in each case was drunkenness. He told his audience about a man who got into an argument with his wife while he was drunk and beat her to death. Then he went out and drank some more. The police captain also told about a woman who got too near the edge of an old quarry hole when she was drunk and fell 150 feet to her death. When I read or hear these stories, do I think about our motto, but for the grace of God? There's so much there, you know. The fact that we can black out, or the fact that we can, you know, there's so many other things that we can rationalize doing. Like tonight, I know it's Mickey Mouse in comparison to what I just read, but just the fact that I could rationalize a second bowl of ice cream with crackle syrup on it, you know, because I know it doesn't do me any good. You know, it's just an indulgence. The first bowl was an indulgence. The second bowl was just unnecessary and gluttonous, really. I'll raise my hand to that. But I can rationalize it and be like, oh, whatever. No big deal. Nobody's hurt, you know. But when we do that with alcohol, the slippery slope occurs and people suffer, you know? Even if we're the only ones who, you know, we're the ones who die, in the case of the woman. All her loved ones and friends got to deal with that tragedy. All the emergency workers and, you know, have to deal with that tragedy. Even the telling of the story of it is tragic. It's hard to read, for God's sake, you know? But for the grace of God. And the blackouts, you know, I had a sponsor in England who did hard time because that's exactly what happened to him. He strangled his first wife in a blackout. And, you know, he had to live with that. It's one of the most serene men I'd ever met. You know, but it's real. And the people who rationalize using heroin one last time or whatever, you know, they end up dying because it's had fentanyl in it or something like that, or it's stronger than they'd ever done before or whatever, you know. It's just tragic, but for the grace of God. I must keep balance by keeping spiritual things at the center of my life. God will give me the poise and balance if I pray for it. This poise will give me power in dealing with the lives of others. This balance will manifest itself more and more in my own life. I should keep material things in their proper place and keep spiritual things at the center of my life. Then I will be at peace amid the distractions of everyday living. The distractions are well more today than when this book was written. I guarantee you. And, you know, we've got so much at our fingertips. Yes, it makes it possible for me to come out here to the beach and make a video and upload it, and it goes out to the world. There's wonderful parts of it as well, but it certainly can be a distraction. And so my exercise, my atomic habit of sliding out of bed and getting on my knees first thing has gone a long way to keep me oriented on keeping the main thing, keeping my relationship with God first and foremost, orienting myself on true north of truth, and acknowledging Him in all my ways. And so I am realizing more and more, though, that I need to meditate, actually set aside time to meditate. And at one point I was meditating twice a day, not for very long. I mean, I was meditating 20 minutes twice a day for, I don't even know if it was a week, but that's as important. It's got to become as important as brushing my teeth for my mental floss. Right? Not to be flippant about it, but seriously, it's got to be important to help keep me focused. I've felt the effects of my ADHD a lot lately, and in the impulsiveness, the impulsive aspect of the condition. That's what it should be, ADHD, attention deficit condition, rather than a disorder. There's so many people that have it. But anyway, the compulsiveness aspect of it had me, I've lost one of my major clients. And I responded to an email from an account that I shouldn't have responded to a grouped email from, and it just sent up some red flags, and they were going to try to badge me again, and just a lot of things. But I also know that that's God closing a door that I probably would have clung to otherwise, if it wasn't ripped out of my hands. Because I'd been there before where they're like, hey, we can't use you anymore, but maybe we can use you like this. So anyway, now that door is ripped out of my hands. It's got claw marks all over it. But I do know that the more I slow my mind down with meditation, I've tried the medication route, doesn't work out for me. I got a lot of people telling me that I need to be on medication. But when I meditate to slow my thinking down and be more mindful of my thoughts, then I'm able to function better. And so I have to be as diligent about meditation as I was with medication. Right? How about that? I pray that I may dwell with God at the center of my life. I pray that I may keep that inner peace at the center of my being. Oh, amen to that. I love the serenity prayer. And I've added that to my morning prayer routine as well. Such good stuff. I love y'all. Keep coming back. Look up, aim up, rise up.